Hello, lovelies. It is Heather from Creative Sage here with you for day 15. Day 15 of our Enchanted Sparks card pull. Oh my goodness, 15. What a beautiful number for a perfectly sunshiny Friday afternoon here in Harbor Country. I hope that wherever you are, the sun is shining. We needed a little sunshine. I mean, I understand that we're in a dark season, but at a certain point, we got to bring in the light. So it was a good day. I knew it was going to be a good day when at 8:15 this morning, the sun was already shining on us. So I hope you're experiencing that same thing wherever you are. I am going to go ahead and get us started on a lovely little smudge today. We will clear the container in the hope of inviting all sorts of lovely energy in for a wonderful weekend ahead. I hope that if you have plans, they are good ones and they were made by intention and something you're looking forward to. So we'll start with a little bit of white sage. Oh, this is such a good fragrance. I do love my white sage, I have to say. We're so fortunate that just Mother Nature, God, Creator, Source Energy, by pure design, gave us so many incredible blessings. I mean, literally, some of you are fortunate enough to have this right in your own backyard. Not here in Michigan. I've tried to grow white sage. It doesn't like the environment, but that's okay because I appreciate it that much more when I am able to responsibly source some beautiful white sage leaves. We use this smoke in ceremony and ritual, ranging from a very quick smudge like we're doing here to release and clear out the energy and say thank you, to the big rituals where we put it in a fire resistant dish and we move through our homes and our office and we clear out all sorts of negative sticky stuff. So you being here with me today, I would love for you to imagine that you are being wrapped in this beautiful white smoke. And anything that you need to give to the smoke for it to be carried away, for your sacred container to be cleared, by all means, put it into the smoke. Say thank you for what it has given you and for the cleanse that we are a part of right now. And off it goes into the ether. And then I am going to introduce a little bit of our Sacred Enchanted Sparks blend. A little bit of lavender, some roses for unconditional love, tobacco for gratitude. You'd be hard pressed to find any sort of custom blend that I do that doesn't have Styrax in it. It's such a beautiful fragrance. For me, the fragrance of Styrax literally is what I imagine. It brings the image of the soul forward. So this is, if we're doing a very intuitive sort of card pull and spending some intuitive time together, Styrax is such a beautiful way to really call your energy forward, but also to invite you to go deeper on this journey, to really be present and settle into your seat and open your hands in receptivity mode, and really just allow yourself to be available for what would like to bubble up to the surface today. So I also wanted to introduce to you a very good friend of mine. This is selenite, and I'm not sure how well you can see it. Selenite is from the crystal queendom, however you'd like to refer to it. And the thing that I love about selenite is if you look at this in the moonlight, it actually has the same luminous quality as the moon. It is the stone of crystal of the moon. This represents that subconscious realm. And for those who don't love to work with smoke, Selenite is a beautiful tool for clearing energy, for cutting emotional cords. If you were to come to one of my workshops, one of the first things we do is we take a small piece of selenite and we run it over our bodies, top to bottom, as if we were taking a shower, and using a big bar of soap. But instead, I ask my workshop attendees to imagine that this is a spiritual bar of soap and it is moving anything away and clearing anything out that may have been stuck to you, energetically speaking. So if, again, you're not someone who loves smoke, there are always beautiful, beautiful alternatives to ritual smudging. There is clearing with something like selenite. And if you're somebody who loves to work with crystals and stones, and all of those beautiful tools, you can line them up right on top of the selenite. This is one of the only self-cleaning stones. It's kind of like a self-cleaning oven. Mother Nature gave this to us so that you can put your stones on top of this and anything they have absorbed will be cleared out by the selenite. So yeah, I think it's a beautiful addition to your spiritual tool bag and another way to work with your energy on a much more conscious level. So selenite for the win all the time. Okay, that being said, Enchanted Sparks for a lovely Friday afternoon. I have spent a great deal of time with these cards today. And I am hoping that whatever it is that you have shown up for today, and whatever it is you are hoping to receive from the cards this afternoon, you allow yourself to be fully present for it and enjoy the wisdom and insight that they have to offer. We ask the same question each and every time. What would you have me know today? And then we simply begin to shuffle and imagine our energy connecting to every fiber woven through the card, up and down from our head to our throat, to our heart, to our fingertips. What would you have me know today? And then sometimes I encourage my clients when we're doing this in person to just sit for a minute and let your body really connect to the energy of these cards. And sometimes if we're doing working with tarot cards, and sometimes these cards on their own, you actually begin to feel them warm up. So it's a pretty neat thing. The palms of your hands get warm. You can feel the energy moving through your fingertips. It's a beautiful way to connect to your oracle deck, whether the Enchanted Sparks or otherwise. So, that being said, all right, confidence. If you have your journal and magic pen or pencil ready, or a pastel or a paintbrush or whatever makes you happy, now would be a great time to take a deep breath and receive the energy and intention of the word confidence, this spark that we just turned over for you today. What were the first three things that came to mind the moment you saw this card? Confidence is a big one. And I can tell you, having worked with several clients in magical mentoring from all walks of life, you may be surprised to know that just about everyone who crosses my threshold is rolling with confidence in some way, shape, or form. There is something in their lives that somebody either said to them, that they read, that they have witnessed, that they have, for whatever reason, come to believe that they are less than. Somebody told them they didn't do a good job, they weren't worthy. Put whatever excuse you'd like into the cauldron. There are more excuses and justifications and toxic whispers that we have been hoarding than I think you'd be very surprised. So I encourage you to spend some time with this idea of confidence. If your confidence is shaky, if somebody has said or done something to take or diminish your innate level of confidence, I would love for you to begin to remember that most of what happens to you on a daily basis actually has nothing to do with you. If somebody has said something or done something to shake your foundation, to hurt you to your core and rock your world to the bones, after you pick yourself up off the floor and give yourself some time, you need to remember it had nothing to do with you. Now, this isn't to say that if you are treating people poorly, it isn't going to somehow come back to you and bite you in your cute butt. However, a lot of times we start to change who we are based on the things that have happened to us. And I wonder how things would be different if instead of receiving it from a victim standpoint, we learn to begin looking at it from a place of blessing and a gift. Sometimes the universe, God, source energy will try to get your attention with a feather, with a tickle, with a whisper, and then a little gentle nudge and a shake, and it will keep coming back and back and back until the boulders finally fall on your cute little toes and you are blown over by the power of what has just occurred. You may have been blindsided, or you may have been watching it slowly working its way toward you. Whatever it is time to decide that it has not anything to do with you. You did nothing wrong. Allow your confidence to be the thing that realigns itself to the highest aspect of yourself, because that is where all of this comes from. You are made in the image of the one that made you. You are perfect because you were created that way. I want you to walk away from this today, and when we are finished, put your pen down and think to yourself, I am because I am. I am made in the image of the one that made me and can never be anything less than that. No, it doesn't matter what human crosses your path that may try to diminish your confidence or prompt you to think that you are less than what you know to be true about yourself. If you pay attention to the dialogue that is happening here and the fact that the holiest aspect of yourself is only love and can only know love, then if you imagine that you will be shifting your energy by choice and intention back to that way of thinking, then suddenly your confidence returns. Or you can, let's not say it returns, because it never actually left. It was hidden. And the more attention you pay to the highest self and that beautiful voice that says only loving things to you, the more clearly your confidence gets to shine through. So I hope that you spend a little bit of time looking at and sitting with and thinking about where you need to put your energy in order for light to be shined on your confidence again, because you are so worthy of this. There is nothing that you could do. There is no mistake that you could make. There is no perceived shortcoming that would ever make you less than the most beautiful and perfect sacred vessel that you are. So please try to remember that as you continue on through your day to day. And maybe as that nagging little voice comes up that is telling you all the things that are wrong, you imagine just shutting that down and moving it off to the side, saying, thank you, I love you, but not today. And instead calling on the divine energy and the voice of the holy self that has been trying so hard to get your attention, just so it can tell you that it loves you. So with that, thank you so much for being here. Again, I can't even believe we're 15 days in, and I don't know about you, but I have to say I'm really loving this. So I hope you continue to come back as we creep our way toward the 30-day deadline, and then we'll see what the universe has in store for us. But until then, I wish you the brightest blessings, a beautiful weekend, and a truly enjoyable and inspired rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here, love. I will see you tomorrow.